Welcome back to the Hoop Portal. Today we're going to get into New Mexico, talking about them getting into the big dance. Right now they're currently projected to get in as the last team in, would set them up actually in a play-in game against UCLA. So it would be kind of cool to see Donovan Dent against his former team. And the winner would go to San Diego and join Texas Tech in a future matchup, according to Joe Lunardi's latest bracketology. So all these New Mexico connections there between UCLA, Tech, Dent, Toppin, and New Mexico. But right now, the Lobos are currently third in the Mountain West Conference, 41st in the net rankings, and realistically, you need to be in the top 50 to get that at-large bid. The teams around New Mexico, TCU, Creighton, LSU, Baylor, San Diego State, Stanford, and Virginia Tech. Now, a lot of those teams are going to have way more opportunities at picking up major wins, while New Mexico doesn't have a ton of quad one opportunities left. Realistically, for them, you're looking at 4 quad one games remaining: Utah State, San Diego State, Nevada, and Utah State again. If they can go 2-2 in those games and hold pat against the rest of the Mountain West Conference, when you look at this net rankings, when it breaks down for a team like New Mexico in the mid-majors, the quad one games are what matter and the quad four games are what matter. Quad 2 and 3 is kind of complicated and not really what the committee is going to look at first. And so if as a mid-major, you can maintain a 500 record in quad one, which realistically New Mexico could go 3-3 by the end of the year, maybe even pick up a fourth one when they get to Vegas for the Mountain West Conference tournament. They need to avoid any losses in that quad four sector, which right now they are 6-0 in that quad. But the committee's going to look at it and see they've got Mississippi State on a neutral. That's a win, and that's a team that's currently above 500 in the SEC. They won at VCU, especially if VCU can start trending in the right direction in the Atlantic 10. And then Santa Clara, who's 5-1 in the West Coast Conference, right up there battling with Gonzaga and St. Mary's. And so it looks good for the Lobos right now. This is a team that I think I've really enjoyed watching them play because there is a lot of spreading of the wealth. They basically have 5 guys that are averaging 10 or more points. And we're going to give Chol that because he's at 9.8 points a game right now. And I honestly think he still has some of the most upside out of the 5 guys. And if he can get that shooting percentage back up to what we saw mostly in the beginning of the year, I think he obviously will go past that 10 and become one of New Mexico's better players. Outside of the 23-24 group, the last time we really saw 5 guys averaging double digits for New Mexico was that COVID year in 1920, which, if you remember, was a season going really well for New Mexico. I think 16-3 or 15-3 leading up to CB getting hurt, and then it just completely derailed the season after that. Is this the best Lobo team we've seen in the last decade? No. Is it the best Lobo team we've seen in the last 5 years? No. But realistically, I think you have to give a ton of credit and props to the coaching staff, to the players in totality too, right? Because the entire program is new from the Patino group leaving last year. And to see them right there still in the mix to win the Mountain West Conference, top 3 right now, really big week for them as they play GCU tonight and then San Diego State later on this week. But this group is still finding success. And right now they've put themselves in a position that gets them into March Madness. If they can pick up a couple more wins, avoid the bad losses, have a good showing in Vegas. It's a long way to go, but again, this week should tell us a lot about them, especially if they're able to go 2-0, which would give them a win against GCU and a huge win on the road at San Diego State, which would qualify as a quad one game. The final 2 weeks of the season, they'll go at Nevada, San Diego State at home, Colorado State at home, and then on the road at Utah State and Logan, which could be another opportunity at a really good quad one win. But they're in a legit race to get into March, and this is just kind of what we want to see. This is something that not that you necessarily expect every year from New Mexico, but if you have been following the program for some time, it's typically a team that is pursuing the championship in the Mountain West Conference. And how New Mexico just continues to get these coaches and these groups of kids that play really hard, compete, contend for Mountain West Conference championships, and work their way into March. It's just something really cool to see. We've partnered now with Branded Bills, so if you like the hat, check the description for the link. It'll take you to the college series. You can check out all the different college hats they have. They can also check out the state association hats, which is what I'm wearing. Click the link, check out what they have. We're really excited to announce that partnership today. Thanks for watching our Mid-Majors Need Love 2 series. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe to get your name in the portal, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.